Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Hgp Sport. For today, I'm Samuel Gillis. Thanks for joining us. Fresh off 8 consecutive wins, the Amazon Warriors would play the Jamaica Tallawers on Thursday as CPL action returns to Providence. Jaden Samuels tells us more.
As the CPL approaches the most important phase, so it is for the Amazon Warriors, who will play Jamaica Tallawers on Thursday before taking on the Trinbago Knight Riders on Friday to wrap up their home games. Winning 8 games on the trot this time around, but having lost the finals on 4 occasions, the Warriors will be looking to tread carefully as they seek their first CPL title.
Now we know which 4 teams will be there coming towards the end of the tournament, but we can't look too far ahead. We still want to play good cricket. We want to compete with Jamaica tomorrow. We still respect them as a team. They obviously do have a good team, and things might not have gone the way they wanted, but we still want to keep playing the way we've played, and like I said, our guys are really looking forward to playing at home again.
Meantime, the Jamaica Tallawers, apart from the injuries which has shaken up the overall performance, will be looking to beat the Warriors at home and salvage their much-needed pride. Starting the tournament this year as one of the teams to beat, the Tallawers will play their final game to end their worst outing in CPL history.
We definitely didn't play some good cricket. At times we have the games to win and we let the opposition back, and in this tournament you can't afford to do that. Once you let the opposition in back, then you end up on the back foot, and once you start losing, and sometimes it can become a habit, and I think that's what has happened to us this season.
First ball is set for 18 hours. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Still on the CPL, admitting that he sometimes can throw his wicket away, Guyana's Shimron Hettimaya will look to be more responsible as the Warriors approaches the CPL final yet again. Here is that story.
Young Shamron Hetmire, known for his aggressive nature, which on many occasions have led to his unnecessary dismissal, is looking to put an end to this as Warriors fans here await the team's first CPL title.
Previous games I've been trying to play, I've tried to play for myself. So now I'm trying to open up and just be a little more flexible in playing where it could play a different role for the team. And if that could boost the team in any way, well, I'll just go that way.
Knowing fully well that he has to be more responsible in his approach, given the smallest of margins for errors, the left-hander says he's looking to raise that bat more often.
There's always a room for improvement, I would say. Gave away my wicket a few times in a few games, and then I had a few scores as well. So it's kind of a two-way street as it is right now. But I'm trying, as we come down to the latter part of the tournament, I'm just trying to put my hand up more times than not, trying to make sure that this year we take the title this year.
The Warriors play the Jamaica Tallawers on Thursday, and then on Friday play the Trinbago Knight Riders. Jaden Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Still in cricket, members of the Buxton Cricket Club can smile again as their cries were answered following a fire that destroyed all the club's equipment at the weekend, suspected to be arson. Jaden Samuels is following this story.
Following the fire, which destroyed over $500,000 in cricket gear at the Buxton Cricket Club, the National Sports Commission, in collaboration with West Indian Sports Complex, is already underway with a significant donation. This is according to Director of Sport, Christopher Jones.
Last evening on your newscast, we learned about the fire that unfortunately destroyed most of the gears that the Buxton Cricket Club would have used. Recognizing the work that group has been doing on the East Coast to promote cricket, and from a very tender age, because just during the July-August period, we know they had the summer program in which I was personally there, and I saw quite a number of kids from different communities there part of the program. So we saw what had happened, and learning that their equipment have been destroyed. The National Sports Commission, and this is in collaboration with West Indies Sports Complex, because I reached out to them, indicated that, well, I have some amount of the cricket gears that is needed. West Indies Sports Complex readily came on board to lend support, and on Friday, that is Friday of this week, we will be making a significant donation to the Buxton Cricket Club so that they can get back to the game of play.
Last Friday evening, the entire compartment housing the club's cricket gear went up in flames, putting the aspiring young cricketers in sad mood, especially with an already busy schedule leading up to the Christmas holidays and bringing the club's activities to a screeching halt. Club President S.E. Peters, speaking to Hgp Sport on Tuesday, related the ordeal.
Well, can't we knowledge when we come up here Sunday morning for travel to go transport, for uplift our gears, so go and play a game, we come and see the room break open. So from the time we decide we come and see a padlock break open, we don't suspect something. When we open the room and go, the whole room was burned up, was fire. Therefore, the fire had to start the Friday, because we left here Friday after Buxton Secondary School sports, and there was no fire. So maybe the fire could start either Friday night or Saturday. But to my knowledge, that if you see the back, that we go the back and check, the back was break open, and is only our side, the cricket end side, where the tarpaulin, the cover for the wicket, and the nets and the gears were sparked. There where the fire start from. Therefore, to my knowledge, somebody have break open that room at the back there and go through and throw some cigarette or light it a fire.
Jadon Samuels, Hgp Sport.
Haynes, Simmons and Reefer are currently in a heated race for the position of West Indies head coach. More in this report. Desmond Haynes and Phil Simmons are in the race to be the next full-time head coach of the West Indies men's team, along with interim coach Floyd Reefer. Cricket West Indies revealed on Wednesday the three men were shortlisted after 6 candidates took part in interviews conducted by a CWI panel. There will now be a round of final interviews to be completed by October the 11th. A statement on the CWI website said critical areas discussed with applicants were applications of cricket-specific experience, technical knowledge, performance planning process, performance measurement, performance-driven culture, and also CWI's core values of passion, accountability, respect, integrity, and team excellence. West Indies have been without a full-time coach since the CWI management, led by Ricky Skerritt, ended Richard Fibus's stint in the post in April this year, just weeks before the World Cup, following a review of the team's coaching and selection policies. Reefer, who led West Indies briefly in 2009 during a period of crisis, was under the responsibility, but in a caretaker capacity, and has been in control since. Apart from the appointment of the men's head coach, CWI also confirmed the start of the recruitment process for selectors of the men's, women's, boys and girls teams. The process is scheduled to complete by October the 18th. For Hgp Sport, I am Samuel Gillis. In athletics news, Guyana's medal drought in athletics continued at the IAAF World Champions after Aliyah Abrams failed to make it to the finals of the women's 400 meters. Abrams ran 51.71 seconds to finish 5th place in the women's 400 meters, which was won by Salwa Ednesser in 49.79 seconds. And finally, in sport this evening, West Indies Sports Complex, in collaboration with the National Sport Commission, render assistance to Transport Sport Club in acquiring a new state-of-the-art table tennis board. Stanford Howard reports.
In an effort to improve sports in Guyana, the Transport Sports Club had reached out to the National Sports Commission for some assistance in garnering some gear for the club some weeks ago, including a table tennis board. According to the Director of Sport, Christopher Jones, there weren't any available at the time, hence the collaboration with the West Indies Sports Complex, who readily jumped at the opportunity to support the cause.
The benefit of this table tennis board being here is that Transport Sports Club essentially allows for the schools within the catchment area to utilize their space, to utilize their ground and so forth. So with an agreement, once the schools release the students, they will have an opportunity to come right here at the Transport Sports Club to learn the game of table tennis, and of course the necessary resource persons will be provided so that the kids there will learn the art of table tennis.
Charles Greaves, manager of the Transport Sports Club, stated in the simple handing over ceremony on Wednesday, applauded the Director of Sport and the West Indies Sports Complex for their wonderful collaboration in providing the much-needed piece of equipment.
To extend this discipline so that we can go forward and keep our young people in school better so that they can play the game and we can have a better table tennis fraternity for our country.
Javin Singh, manager of the West Indies Sports Complex, expressed pleasure at being able to provide tangible help to the club.
If any other sporting committees would like to ask for donation-wise, we'll be here. We're in business for 30 years, and we're here to betterment the youth in Guyana.
For the Hgp Sport, I am Stanford Howard.
That concludes our cast for this evening, but do remember, love is a common ground. Back to you, Colwyn.